scholars, welcome back. I miss you so much, and even though, this isn't the same as class in person, it's still just really nice to get to hopefully chat with you again and interact with you. So we are going to get started with an application problem for math. So in this application problem, we're looking at this here, and it says Alexa claims that 16 divided by 4, 32
This might answer your question.
over
16 divided by 4 is 4.
32 over 8 and 8 halves are all equivalent expressions. Is she correct? I'm not going to say it again because then that one will go off. Explain how you know. So if you didn't hear, you can back it up again, but Alexa happened to already explain to us what this was, but 16 divided by 4, let me delete this. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Because what I'm doing is, I'm taking 16 of something, 16 iPhones, 16 people, and I'm breaking it up into groups of 4, or into 4 groups. And so the question is, let's say I have 16 apples, and I'm putting them in 4 different bags. Now you can even think about that, and you can draw it if you wanted to. If I had 16 apples, I put them in 4 bags, how many apples would go in each bag? And the answer is 4. So what this question wants us to do, what this question is asking us to do, is figure out if that person is right when she says that this 16 divided by 4 is the same as or is equal to 32 over 8 and is the same as 8 halves. So what 8 halves is, that's 8 groups of, and how do I say groups of? I would say times 8 times 1/2, because that's what halves are, right? So we already know the answer to this one. What we need to figure out is this number is 16 divided by 4, which we know is 4. Is that the same as, is that equal to this? And is that equal to this? They all have to be right, because her understanding is that they are all equivalent expressions. They are all equal. We need to find out, is she right? So, well, we were able to, and it wants us to do this. It wants us to explain how we know. So the way that you can explain how you know is you can show it in your math. So we figured this one out. We showed that this 16 divided by 4 is the same as 4. So now let's go into this one. Let's look at this. And again, it's been a while, so I forgot which button to press, but 32 divided by 8, well, 32 over 8, excuse me, I'm getting ahead of myself. Remember that we said that this symbol here can be shown as a division symbol. So in this case, now I'm taking, instead of 16 apples, I have 32 apples, and instead of 4 bags, I have 8 bags. And let's even ask Alexa. Alexa, what is 32 divided by 8?
32 divided by 8 is 4.
So again, if I have 32 apples and I'm splitting them into 8 bags, and I want you to think about that, right? Like actually picture that or draw it, whatever works for you. If I have 32 and I'm breaking it into groups of 8, how many will I have in each group? Or if I'm breaking it into 8 groups, how many will I have? I will have 4 in each group. So now we know that this one is equivalent to this. That 16 divided by 4 is equivalent to 32 divided by 32 over 8. So now we need to figure out this one. Well, this is 4 and this is 4. So now we need to figure out, is this also equal to 4? Well, let's think about that. Here it says 8 times a half. So I could think about this 2 ways. One is I can draw 8. Here, I'm going to just draw like this. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then there's 8. If I only care about half of them, then I would care about this one, this one, this one, and this one, because then I would have 1, 2, 3, 4 that I cared about, and 1, 2, 3, 4 that I didn't. So that's half of them. So how many do I care about here? Is I care about 4 of them. All right, so then that is equal to 4. Another way we could think about that is if I have 8 halves, so if I actually take a half, right? Here's 1 half. And how many groups of this is 1 half? And if I had 8 groups of 1 half, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I have 8 groups of 1 half. Remember, 1 half plus another half, or let's see if I do. Nope, not what I meant to do, but that's okay. If I have this one, this half here, I can't draw on it, but if I have this half here plus this half here, it'll equal 1 whole, right? This 1 half plus 1 half is 1 whole. So how many how many wholes would I end up with then? If I have 8 halves, I'm going to end up with 1, 2, 3, 4 wholes, right? So again, here I see that 8 times 1 half is 4, right? And I can show you that 2 different ways. So this is enough to show that I know. My bad, sorry y'all. This is enough to show that I know. Now I can show you, I just showed you that 8 times a half is 4. I showed you that 32 over 8 is the same as 32 divided by 8 is 4. And we already found out that 16 divided by 4 is 4. So is Alexa correct? Remember, you need to answer the question. Yes. Alexa, and I'm just going to write A, is...
The Islamic State of Iraq in the event.
Alexa, stop! Is correct. And I can see that I am frozen on my video, which tells me that it is time to stop this video. I love you, I miss you, and I will see you very soon.